Oh, you guys are ready for my mastery of the vector tool? Yes, I'm gonna have to wait like 5 more years till I master it. I'm still I'm still learning as I go. Well, I'm not saying I master it because I figure like I still got a lot to learn. That's the only way. The only reason I say that. So you guys ready? All right. Well, this is gonna be mostly vector tool and like some other brushes too. It's not just gonna be pure vector tool. We're gonna do a little. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. Let's see. We're gonna start with something simple. We'll start with the gradient. Start with the circle on gradient, like around maybe I don't know, 60. All right, here we go. Let's start with the circle, right? And make sure your circle always starts at the same place. See, just a circle. Orange. Actually, no. Let's start with red. Something dark, a little more red. Right in the middle. And then color pick, and then go to orange. And then just make it a little smaller. And then go down a little more. Make a little more yellow. Then more yellow. Till you get to a point where it's a little more lighter. You guys see that, right? Almost like a target, almost like a gradient. And just copy it down, just in case you need to use it again. You guys with me so far? Then go to filter, go to blur, and right? You want to blur it to the point you can almost like hardly ever see you can hardly see the lines from the circles. So you might have to do it a few times. Okay? And now you can set it to dodge. Normal, dodge, right? Now we're gonna go to the transform tool and transform it from that point to this point, right? Kind of like that. Transform it. You almost give it like a gradient. See, you can pull the light. It's almost like a sunset. You want to pull it like this though, so it covers the canvas. See it? Do it again. Corner, transform. And right here, you can play with the transform. You just want to make it look like it's a gradient, like so. All right? I'll just show you the technique real fast. There. And now you're gonna erase, which is considered like almost like underpainting. You're taking color from the canvas using the background color. You're gonna go on the same layer. You're gonna go to freehand. You're gonna go to erase, and you're gonna take the gradient off, and the opacity's gotta go back to 100. And now you can just erase. See, you can do the mountains however you want. Okay, there's the mountains. Don't matter. Just do whatever. See? Now you go to gradient again, and then on the opacity, check it to like around 50, just half. See? And now you're gonna make the mount. You're gonna cut behind the mountains to make it look like there's mountains behind with the letter shade. I'm just doing it real fast so you guys can get an idea. See? I mean, you can do this forever. As long as you stay on top of the other mountain's gonna get lighter. See? Okay, so we only gonna do one though, so it doesn't look too overdone. So now you got that. Pick another layer and then set it to Dutch again. And then from the top layer, copy down, transform, oops, transform, and you can just mirror image. So you can have that, pull it down. You can pull the water like this, or you can pull it completely down so you have it like this. Oops, this, and then separate the mountains so it doesn't look so close. Maybe right there. Well, the background color, it's just so you don't have a white, you have something to play with the colors. See, this is the background color. It's on a different layer. So when you go on the different layer, all you gotta do is you can change the colors by changing the background. Dutch adds colors to the lights, makes it more vivid, gives it more light. See, and now I can go around, see what I want to do. I want to do something more blue, something more purple. See, that way I don't have to change the whole color. I just change the background. It changes the whole set. I'll stay with that. Something blue. Right? So now that you have this color on the background, the one that we duplicated and transform, you can come here with the erase with no simplify, and you can make a like a lake. You can cut into the. Oh, wait up. What am I doing here? Oh, it's 49%. You can cut into the rake. Almost imagine like you're making a river. The river could be anything you want. It has no shape. You guys with me? That's just to break out so it doesn't look so much alike as the one on the top. All right. And now you're gonna put a layer right in between those two, between the top and the bottom. And same thing, use dodge. Right. So now we're gonna make some land. So you just think about what color you want your land to be. I want my land to be a little greenish and a little brown. So I'm gonna start with something that's a little brown. You gotta remember all the browns are in between the red and orange. Same with the French stones. They're all in those colors. So I'm gonna use something that's a little. Let me see, like that, a little brown. And again, the opacity is gonna be start with something low, maybe 15. Right. Make sure you take off erase. And now we're gonna start adding the land. Just to break the mountains off. Right? And you can just keep adding color to it. It'll just keep building. The more you add, the more brown it's gonna become, and the more it's gonna look like you're adding paint over it. You guys with me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So I have the same thing. You can always just play around with the color a little bit, like mix it up a little bit. Almost like, almost think about it like you're adding like more color to the brush. So the color doesn't look so generic. It doesn't look like so pasty. Right? Now you go to blur, add it to 100%, and blur the tops. Like the top, you see this part right here? Blur that out. You shouldn't be able to see a line from that far away. So all the top blurred out. We got 3 layers going right now. Top, bottom, and then the one in the middle is for the one for the land. Yeah, the horizon. The top of the. And you can play around with the motion too if you want to mix it up a little bit. So it looks more like clouds instead of just straight line. It's up to you. And another quick trick. For this layer, the one on the top, you can copy it down. Wait, you can copy it down. And again, set it to dodge. But this time, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to transform it. See? So it's going to look like they're overlaying top of each other. And then this color I can just pull. See that? So now I'm going to copy that layer down. Go to dodge, copy it down, and then transform. So now you have something that looks more distant. It has more distance. See, if I turn these 2 layers off, the ones that I just added right now, it's gonna look more. It looks more flat. You add more mountains, more light. It looks more dimensional. And I don't know if you guys use the backgrounds for the ones we have in the library, but look, I'll show you real fast. This is all using Dodge. You're gonna go to Dodge again, go to load image, go to backgrounds, and I have one that I uploaded. nebula. You can use this, but don't use the whole thing. Just use the corners. Just use the corners of it. See? So I'm only gonna use the corners. I'll pick a color that matches. I'll take that. And then I'll come with a blur. Blur it out. Save you about, I don't know, 2 hours work right there. Hi, Pam. And again, it's the same thing over and over again. Copy a layer, make another layer, turn it to Dutch, copy down, paste, transform. You can leave it like that, or you can just blur without motion and blur them out, so it looks like they're reflecting, but not necessarily like a mirror effect. Sorry for the background noise, guys. It's my brother's kids. Okay, so any questions, or am I going too fast? Right now we have all these layers having the same move over and over. Is copy, copy down, and transfer. And then to make like a line right in the middle, so you can split all the lines, you can grab one of these layers. This layer, the one that's in the top, copy it down, and then put it like this. Just shrink it. Then you have a line right that goes right through the middle. You guys see that? Okay. So let's get another layer. Let's add something else to this. Remember we saved this? Here. Continue to save it. Go to filter, blur it out. Go to Dodge. Forgot to turn the other one off. And you can make a little sun, a little light here and there. Transform tool is your best friend. Always remember that. You can add a lens flare to it. See? That's just using the light. You can add light coming from this side. Yeah, it's a transform tool. You go to filter, and then we actually don't have to go anymore because you have that one little icon there. We can you go straight to transform. Okay, so Can I erase this one? And you're gonna go to and after that, if you flatten the image, if you go to merge visible, wait, let me save this before I do anything else. Save a copy. And this is just using the filters as far as like multiplying goes. You make it darker. See, if you want to make a gradient, you can go here, go to, oops, go to erase, and go to gradient, and choose the square, so you can do it real fast. And from either corner, you can pull. See, 24. See, you'll take light from one side and add it to the other one. You can take a little more off if you like. That just adds more light. Doesn't make it look so flat from one side. How many people we got in here? Oops. Thank you, Double Dog. Okay. I mean, you can just go on adding new filters. So you can go to filter, go to color, change the hue, make it look alien. A little more purple than blue. And you can use the same technique as far as erasing goes. No, I'm Mexican. Harry Potter's English. I'll be like Jose Potter. He is, right? He's English. I'm Nacho. I'm Nacho Libre. Nacho. That was terrible. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you how to do the same thing but with a brush. Let me see. We're gonna flatten out. Let's go to color fill again. Something blue. Right? I told the people right there in the living room to be quiet. They don't listen to me. People don't listen to me. Okay, now we're gonna go the same colors. You can use whatever color you want. Just make sure you go from a red to a yellow, from a blue to a lighter blue. and so on. We're gonna start with the red again, right? To the opacity. We'll do the size at 100 so you can see what I'm doing. We'll do the size, the opacity like around 80. All right, that's too bright. Let's do it at, let's do it at 45, right? It's the scatter brush, right? This brush. I think that's what it's called. I think I missed. All right, so it's this brush. Even lighter though, it's just maybe 30. Yeah, that's about right. 30. And do the same thing. Go to orange, and then go to yellow. You can make the brush smaller so you don't have to be so careful. And then do that, and then make it brighter. All right? Everybody with me? All right. So now we're gonna copy it down. Make a copy from all that work you just did, right? And then go to Dodge again. You can either go to Dodge or Lighten, depends what color you're using. Well, we'll go to Dodge, right? And look what's gonna happen. Insta cloud. Now you can have like a sky that's pulling with clouds. So you don't have to draw every single cloud. You can just like that. Yeah, make it smaller. Right? And do the same thing that we did. Go to vector, take off gradient, and go to erase, and cut all your mountains. Go to opacity, bring it down. Oops. Maybe too much, maybe 60. I'll be the Bob Ross of the vector tool. And get another layer, copy it down, set to Dodge, and you can always play with the opacity too. Right, so you don't want to be like that bright. You bring it a little down. Right? Okay. Any questions? This is only using vector, remember. Set yourself a line. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna give this class again once I get better on my. I have a cold. Yeah, the horizon line is just done copying the layer and then just transform and bring it right to the middle. You make a horizon line. And you can just keep adding stuff to it. And set it to dodge. You can grab some oranges, gradient, and then you can just add land. Oh wait, it's gotta be over, not on the erase. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it again, but I hope you guys got this so far. So you guys saw what I did there? Vector tool on gradient just to add land real fast. Now you can take that line off. Why did I leave that line? Now you don't need it. And like I said on the tops, you can always go to blur on the horizon line and blur it out. And now you can add color to the mountains. You can come up here and you can start adding light to the mountains. Let's see, like this, like hitting it from the top. Right. So imagine there's like, just imagine like there's light hitting it right here where you see my style is, and just imagine like there's like a path running through the mountains, right? And it's reaching back to that same light. You can even bring it all the way to the bottom of the ground. It might look a little rough, but you could do it. See? Imagine there's a path that follows all the way to the bottom. It blends into the bottom. Exactly. All it is practice. Practice and you imagining what you're doing with it, right? So I can do like the lights hitting this way, and it's gonna hit the other path, the one that's across over here. Yes, it's gonna be the brightest, like on the top right here. See, you got more color. It's gonna get brighter and brighter. do this mountain right here on this side. Look, I'll give you something that would help you. You will have to use another layer though. You pick another layer that you're not gonna use. This is only gonna help you to use it as guidelines, right? So use the vector tool, and then just say lines, straight lines like this throughout your sketch, right? These lines are gonna be erased. This is just to help you draw when you're zooming in. So I'm gonna go back to the layer I was using. Go to orange, freehand, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So now what I'm doing is just keeping the lines horizontal. See, all the lines that I do, they're all. That's how nature works. So there's no way you can mess up as long as you keep your lines that way. Doesn't matter where you go, how far down you go. It's how your lines are. But with practice, you don't even need the lines. You just get used to doing them. Just anything that will help you. Okay, so now we're doing the mountains. Oh, I always draw on the wrong layer. It happens to me all the time. I don't know if you guys do it, but I do it all the time. Okay. So you guys with me so far? Anybody have any questions? No questions? You guys are making this too easy for me. Thought it was gonna be harder. Okay, so let me see. Let me save this one too. Slots. Look at all these safe. Woo! Sketch it for days. Here's one that I was doing. Let me see. I hope my. Oops. Hope my stream doesn't die. Can you guys hear me? I was doing some like mountain ranges from the back with a couple of trees. And this is the same thing. It's the same effect. See? This one's for the trees, that's for the foreground. It's back there and using the brush to erase. Here, let me see if I have something here. Give me 1 second. This is the one that I'm working on right now. Let me see. Vertical. None. This is with a little more time. You know, you can play around with the clouds. Use the blur tool, like mix it around. But this effect is the same thing. So transform. See, you make it smaller, bigger. Let me see. Let me see what else. I'll show you one more that I'm working on. I have. See. So the background on this one, that's exactly how I did it. The back I did it with the brush, the transform. Over here in the corner, you can see the one sketch I uploaded from the backgrounds. And all this is all vector tool with the dodge. I was talking to myself there for like a minute. I was saying that all this is all vector tool. The moon, all the little details. See? There's the sun right there. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Usually it doesn't let me talk when I'm changing. Okay, so let's go back to the movie we're doing. Here's one. Here's one I did. Here's one I did like that, but all blue, all purple. See? Watch, I'll turn them all off. But it's the same effect. This is the first background to the one I just showed you right now. That's how I started the sketch. I can't believe you guys don't have any questions for me. Anybody? Somebody? here we go. Whoa, here we go. Can you guys hear me? Wait up. Oh, there it is. Okay, what's the question? Yeah, that was using the filter color. But if you want to start using the vector tool and dodge, do what I did. Use the background color, and then use the colors you're gonna be using, and then you kind of get an idea of what colors work with what other colors. It's mostly trial by error. Yeah, I can do it. I'll do them right now. Give me 1 second. It's not so much the object, or if you do it on the front, if you do it on the back. It's having an understanding of how it works. Let's see. Let's go back there. All right. I mean, as far as objects, if you know how things work, you can do anything. Like right here, example, we'll do like a block right here. I already know I already know that the shading is gonna be like this. I'm gonna go to vector, go to gradient, and using the square. That's what I like about the transform tool the most. It helps you it helps you play around with the settings real fast. You can change the lighting. See, and as far as the one that's on the top, if you want to make it square, you can go to gradient, take off gradient, go to erase, and then from this point, but you guys should use the transform tool a little more. Saves you a lot of time, right? And now we're gonna go to the top and set it to on. And we're gonna pick just to add color to it. Well, sorry, guys. It says, let me see. Yeah, copy layer and then transform it to the bottom. Or another faster way you can do it is have it on, have it over, gradient, and then fill the whole square out like this. And then come with erase with no gradient. You can do this. And that gives it more of a square. Do like around 60, and then from here, oh, that's too much. 830. But it's most having an understanding of how light works and how the tool works. See? And then from then on, it just depends how much time you want to spend on a sketch or like an object or whatever it is that you're doing. Like this, look. Like this is abstract. I don't even know what it is. It's just something that I'm doing. It's gonna be like a swan made out of light. You guys still with me? Looks like a lady. Looks like a bird to me. But it's dodge. See? All dodge. If I went to normal, it just becomes something else. Yeah, exactly, like a flamingo. The Flamingo Nebula. Look at normal. See? There's no magic there. That looks like roadkill. Nebula. Roadkill. Some people are roadkill. Can't judge them. Oh, thank you guys for stopping by. I'll do uh I'll do whips for it and everything. I'll post something up with the layers so you guys can see how I do the layers. Bye, Poppy. Thank you for stopping by. You guys have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I'll give a class soon. Promise. Hasta luego.